So Sira, who will made the appointment? Uma, Controller and Auditor General of India appointment by? Because an entire country point of view, he is the only ideal person. Na? Correct? Huh? That's why this particular responsibilities we are giving to President of India, and shall not be removed from office except on the ground that proven misbehavior or incapacity. Array, simple thing. While you are committing any mistake, in front of camera you will do. Na? So, if the other party is in a position to prove our incapacity, means he may be performed that audit. Na? Why we require? This is very, very, very impractical to prove the certain things. And one more thing, if they want to remove, majority of the people need to give opinion against to him. Then only we are able to remove him. Suppose 10 people are there. Majority means what? 6 people. If I purchase one person vote, enough na? I don't require remaining 5 people vote. 6 people need to, I know that 6 people are against me. They will vote for me. In that, if I purchase one vote, if I influence one vote, enough na? So 5 people, if they gave me, 50% of people are against me. I am incapable. I am unable to perform that work. But 50% are supporting me. Then there is no chance of removing me from as an auditor. It is very difficult part to remove the government audit point of view, the removal of auditor. Okay. Who is appointing the President of India? Is it very possible and frequent to remove the concerned auditor? That's why only if you remember your section 141 point of view or section 140 point of view, the concerned parts, if you remember the removal point of view, before expiry of the term we will pass special resolution. Why special resolution? It's not a recurring thing. We can't remove the auditor regularly. Appoint, no, we don't like you. You come. We don't like you also. Come. Is it a thing will be possible there to appoint and remove the concerned auditors? No, it's not very much easy. Yeah, got it? That is about the things. Next one, the remuneration part. No? The Controller and Auditor General of India. So these things will define some act. They will define the concerned remuneration. This is equivalent to what is his salary? Why you required? Right? What they are communicating equal to Supreme Court judge. You also need to write the same point. What is the Supreme Court judge salary they are asking you? Express it in terms of words or figures they are asking you. No. So what is his remuneration? Equivalent to Supreme Court judge. What is Supreme Court judge remuneration? Check it Google. We need to give information regarding is he equal to this. If his remuneration is increasing, his remuneration is also increasing. What is his present remuneration? Check if you want. We will give you clarity. This is equivalent to that amount. What is his judge? That is none of my business. So my information is equivalent to Supreme Court judge salary. That's it. Okay. Next, who can remove? Already we discussed majority of the people against me in the House of the Parliament. Then only we will remove him. But practically it is very impossible. Normally, the auditor appointment point of view, whenever C&AG is coming into the business and President of India appointed, you are questioning the ability of President also there. He is the only person appointed. If you are questioning the auditor ability, means you are questioning the ability of the President also who appointed the auditor. That's why his removal, as of now in my career, I didn't see anywhere. The removal of C&AG who appointed the concerned auditor. Next, powers and duties. Article number? Remember, MCQ's point of view, they will give you and they will ask you what is the article number. So, powers and duties. Are able to visible? Will you be able to read? Yeah, read it. Sit down. C&AG Act. Okay, moving there. So, who perform C&AG? Regarding what duties? Regarding powers in related to accounts of union, state, territory of any particular body who are prescribing C&AG Act is prescribing. We are checking there what? Of. If it is a union, union. If it is a state, if it is a state. If it is a tribunal, it will be a tribunal. Like that. Belongs to which? We will check the accounts of that. Then accounts maintenance. How to maintain the concerned accounts will define in once again article number 150. Powers and duties are defined in article number 149. So how to maintain the accounts? Don't confuse and don't compare with the section 128 of the Companies Act. Here we are talking about article point of view. Everything is defined in Companies Act only. But here we are not defining it in Companies Act section 128 point of view. We are defining in articles point of view. To confuse you in the concerned options point of view, they will give you section 128 also. By seeing section 128, we feel that we saw our X and we will try to go and tick that particular one. So that belongs to tempting you to convert it to the wrong answer point of view. Here, if we are talking about maintenance of accounts towards the government audit, means which article will coming into the picture? 150 itself. Kaida number 150. Okay, remember. Next, no. Read, Nana. Sir, it's like Manmohan Singh is there, backside Sonia Gandhi is there. He is the person reflecting to all the people, but who is taking the entire things? Sonia Gandhi. Here also, president will reflected in the picture. The entire game will be played by the C&AG itself. So, with the consult of, with the approval of, with the sanction of president we are doing, but everything will be getting from whom? C&AG. That's why only whenever if we are talking about controller and audit general, means the first things will coming into the picture government audit. Government audit means C&AG. Who is appointing? President. Obviously how to maintain the accounts also will decided by whom? President. But the directions by the MTR done fantastic job in R. Fine. Because of whom? Rajamouli. Always C&AG is like that and president is like this. If president wanted to do anything, he will get confirmation from C&AG itself. Next, Nina.
Submission of accounts, article 151.
149? 151? 151. I may not ask in order, ma'am. Submission of account. 150? 151? 149? 148? Not discussed still. Wait. Okay. So 149, 150, 151. Ma. Whenever if you are getting these type of things, maintain somewhere in the book and section number or code or article, or if you are defining any cost accounting standard number, rule, try to maintain those things at one place. At least copying point of view will help you in the future. Yeah, ma, read, Mama.
The reports of the C&AG relating to the accounts of the union state shall be submitted to the president or governor, who shall cause them to be read before the House of Parliament or state legislature.
Array, simply union means president, state means governor. To whom you will submit the accounts? One in related to union means president. So in related to state means governor. So and you need to shall cause them to lay before the House of Parliament point of view president, state legislator point of view governor, you will submit. So everybody will able to remember that union means president. And whenever if you are speaking about state means governor will coming into the picture. Here in the House of Parliament, here state legislature point of view they will submit. So just check with the ones, these three articles once. So C and AG compile means compile, yeah, to follow, and then submit the accounts. So how to maintain their books of accounts? They already describe. You are follow that one. Later on, after the submit to president in related to union. State means governor. Towards the union territory, to the administrative officer towards that particular locality, we will submit our books of. But this is duty, not right. That means compulsory they need to exercise it. Power or right means I am giving you that option. Whether you can exercise it or not, that's your option. But at the end of the day, whenever if I am communicating duty, whether you are interested or not, you must and should perform that particular thing. Okay, next round.
To render assistance and accounts contained funds. The CNDG shall give to the
Union, state or union territory.
such information and such assistance as they may require in the preparation of the annual financial statements as they reasonably ask for. To audit and report, the CMAG shall audit and report on all expenditure from the Consolidated Fund of India, state, union territory, and to ascertain whether the money is disbursed or legally applied to the expenditure. All transactions.
So here what we are mentioning, the C and AG shall give it to the union, state or union territory, whatever the information required to help them, assist them, as may be required for the preparation and presentation of financial statements, and all these things we require reasonably for the preparation and submission of the audit report itself. Later on, the C and AG shall audit and report on what? All the expenditures from a consolidated fund. You will remember in NGO's point of view, this word, yeah. There, if you remember, revolving fund, remember? Revolving fund ma. That means normally NGOs are not encouraged to give any type of loans. But if they want to give any loan, another NGO they can give. Like how means that too on short-term loan basis only by charging some reasonable rate of interest. One NGO will give fund to the another NGO and they are getting some interest added to that. Then they are getting back from the concerned another NGO. They are rotating the funds like this only for giving of loans and sanctioning of loans point of it. This is the things what we can call it as revolving fund itself. Rotation emphasizes just short-term loans only. That too, which type of loans only we will encourage? Short-term loans only we will encourage the things. And here, the things point of view, all expenditure from whatever the fund we collected. It may be for the union purpose, it may be for state purpose, or it may be for union territory point of view. And to ascertain whether the money disbursed were legally applied for the purpose of expenditure. Sir, whenever if you are raising any fund, you have an objectivity. That objectivity basis, if you spend that particular amount of expenditure, you can call it as legal way of spending the fund itself. Sir, even though you utilized the fund for some another purpose, that is also for the entity also, still it is a disallowed expenditure we may be considered. Why? Sir, whether at the time of raising the concerned fund, you are considering it is a general or specific. If you are considering as a general means any purpose you can utilize that particular fund, we don't have any objection. But whenever if you are raising the funds for a specific purpose, this is what we can call it as earmarked funds. What we can call it as earmarked funds. So that fund need to be utilized with that purpose only. You can't utilize it for any other purposes itself. That is the thing we need to check it. And all transactions of the union or state relating to the contingency funds and public accounts, everything need to be accounted for. That too, they need to be utilized from their funds only. That too for creating funds only. That too for general purpose public only. That too for how you are spending your own money. Same way you need to take care about the funds also. Your own money means you can't utilize it for your own purposes. Suppose example, if you see if you are using your own bike, that too new bike, you will handle it very carefully. If speed breaker is kilometer, you will start slowing your vehicle from here only. But whenever if it is your friend's bike, chalte, we will try to use it in a different way. Why? Arey mon, time na, class time, we need to move very quickly. So we will try to apply the things. Here also, if you need to feel your own funds means while you are spending that particular amount, so how you will take care about the concerned things of each rupee of yours, need to apply the same thing towards the concerned amount of expenditures point of view. Okay. Next, all trading, manufacturing, profit and loss account and balance sheet and other subsidiary accounts kept in any department of the union or state. These are all things also I need to examine. That is my duty, not right. So I am checking my trading account. I am checking manufacturing in case if it is a manufacturing concern. I am checking profit and loss account because the performances of the concerned entity. I will check balance sheet to know the position of the concerned thing. Why I am doing all the concerned things? For the purpose of everything is prepared in a proper manner, everything is maintenance in a prompt way or not. To know the concerned things, as an auditor I need to examine all the aspects, simply all the books of accounts, all the financial statements maintained by the either union or territory or state, whatever it may be, what they appointed me, what purpose, to whom I need to report. Next, to audit receipts and expenditure, as an auditor, how we will do the examination. So, C&AG shall audit and report on all the receipts and expenditure of any body or authority which has been substantially financed from contingency fund or subsidiary point of view or from the state or from the union. From where you are getting the concerned funds, whatever the amount you are receiving, how you are spending the concerned amount. So here also, withdrawal point of view, certain restrictions must be there. There must be some sanctioning power authority is there. If from that particular fund, if they are withdrawing some amount, mean there must be some specific purpose or there must be some cause. Based on that only they try to meet that particular amount of expenditure. They are doing it in the same way or not. That is the thing we need to check as an auditor. All the receipts and expenditures. Sir, don't concentrate only on the receipt aspect. Need to concentrate more on expenditure part also. Some people will focus more on expenditure part. They may be try to overlooking the receipt aspects. There is a possibility of misappropriation of things in both the aspects. Later on, see ma, for this purpose, a body or authority shall be treated as a substantially financed if the amount of grant or loan in a year is more than or equal to 25 lakhs and such amount is more than or equal to 75% of total expenditure of that body or authority. These areas we need to focus more. In our language, simply material items. What we may be consider them as material items. When if the concerned loan amount is more than or equal to 25 lakhs or whatever the amount of expenditure I am spending, from the total expenditure point of view, it is playing a 75% or more part towards that expenditure. Then I need to take care about that. Why? It can impact the financial statements. Then we need to focus as an auditor more. That is your duty. Next, to audit grants or loans point of view. This applies to any specific purpose loans or grants given from a CFI or state or union to any body other than foreign state, international organization. Why? Their FEMA Act will coming into the picture. These things may not be covered under here government audit point of view. The C&AG shall scrutinize means thorough examination. The procedures by which sanctioning authority satisfy itself as to the fulfillment of the conditions of giving such grants or loans. Here as an auditor you need to check few things. What are that? First, sanction is there. Second, how much amount of sanction is there. Third, who provided that sanction, the person has the power to sanction it or not. That is also you need to check. So concerned sanctioning letter, the concerned gatekeeper signed, the concerned watchman is signed. Is it approved? So you don't want to see sanction letter and amount only. Who is authorized that particular sanction letter has the power to authorize that particular things or not. That is the part also you need to check it while you are giving sanction. Especially special sanction point of view, as an auditor, you need to put more concentration. Next, to audit receipt of union or state point of view. The C&AG shall audit all the receipts payable into CFI or state or union. He shall satisfy himself that the rules and procedures are designed to secure an effective check on the assessment, means calculations, and at the time of they are collecting the concerned receipts, and how they are after the collection of the concerned amount, how they are allocating the concerned amount of revenue and are being duly observed. Each part from the, this is the part you may be call it as examination in depth. Starting origin of the transaction to ending of the transaction, how many stages it is passed, each stage you are checking. That is only examination in depth. First assessment, how they are computing, then how they are collecting. After collecting the concerned funds, how they are allocating the concerned funds, and everything need to be being promptly observed. By whom? Auditor. By whom, Nana? Auditor itself. Next, to audit accounts of stores and stocks. What is the difference between stores and stocks? Several times we will use stock ko store, inventory. What is the difference between stores and stock? Several times we used a store stock. Where we are keeping the things. Stock is for selling purpose. Store is for saving purpose. Spare. Why capital once again? You are conveying the right answer. In between speed breaker, jumping to another concept. So, store's point of view, like spare parts, more consumable things are less having in nature will be come under store. Store means not the place where we can save the concerned stock. Store means first, this is not costing aspect. This is in auditing aspects. Store means, why is this silly question, fellow? So where the concerned stock is, that is not, I am not speaking about that store. Spare parts. So spare parts point of view, there must be a physical verification. Do you know? Nuts and bolts also you need to count while you are doing the stock audit point of view. Why? You are appointed for that purpose only, then only you need to exercise the concerned things. Stock and inventory point of view, is there any difference? Stock, inventory. Inventory may be in any form, like in raw material or in working progress or in finished state. Stock means always finished good point of view only we will speak. Okay? A slight changes, but we will try to interchange the concerned words. Let's come to the point. The C&AG shall have the authority to audit and report on the accounts of stores and stock kept in any office or department of the union or state. Or simply what they are trying to conveying means here, need to check the receipts, need to check the expenditure, need to check with the concerned stock and stores. Everything, what way it must be given to the consolidated fund of India, either from the union or from the state or from the union territory, in what way you are recording, whether it is a expenditure, whether it is a receipt, whether it is a store, whether it is a stock, whether it is a sanction. Everything point of view, as an auditor, you must be behave like a watchdog. You must be behave like a watchdog. That is your duty as an auditor. How they are getting, how they are spending, how they are allocating, who sanctioned that. Yeah, every aspect point of view you need to be very conscious. That is the duty as an auditor itself. See here, to audit accounts of government companies and corporation, C&AG shall exercise such powers, observe such duties as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 in relation to government companies, corporations, so which are all come under these duties point of view, which will be covered under government companies and corporations, which are covered under the Companies Act. These are all things point of view what we need to we need to comply as an auditor whatever the duties we mentioned there. At the same time, what is the powers of C&AG? It has also certain powers of, in CM enter most important question, powers one time, duties one time. Yeah. So what is the powers from C&AG Act? Give the following powers to the C&AG in the performance of his duties. First, inspection. What they are doing there? Inspection of what? Accounts, which are under the control of union, state, union territory. Always try to remember USU, union, state, union territory. Okay? Or UST if you are able to remember, or STU. Anyway, try to remember the concerned words. Government including the office responsible for the creation of the initial or subsidiary accounts. So these are all things point of view you may be try to control, and you may be responsible for creation of the concerned things, maintenance of the concerned things. These are all points of view what we need to do to inspect the concerned things. Later on, termination. To require that any accounts, books, papers, other documents which deal with or are otherwise relevant to the transactions and the audit to be sent to the specific places. Specific places means where they need to maintain. Specific places means what, Nana? Where they need to maintain, whatever it may be, whether it is a record or whether it is belongs to a working paper, anything which is required for the future references or further references, everything need to be maintained or kept at one particular place. Why? Whenever if we require for further references, we need to maintain them. But if you remember, the person who having the physical custody not allowed to maintain the records itself. Why? Segregation of duties point of view. What is the need, ma? Segregation of duties point of view. Next, inquiry and call for information. Now, what is the difference between inquiry and questioning? These are all technical words, ma. You must be known the differentiation between them. Because instead of inquiry, if you change the word question, complete concept wrong. What is the difference between inquiry and questioning? Once again. We want to know that. Question? Good. When I will go for inquiry means I don't have any clarity about that. For that reason, inquiry you will get response. For question you will get answer. I know that, but it is not in that way. Can you give me the clarification? That's why you will get answer there. Inquiry point of view, what you will get? Response. I am not getting anything. Can you explain this? I am not having any idea. Then you need to respond towards that. Here I have some doubt. Why whether particular doubt is correct or not? You just want to give me the clarification by your answer. Then my questioning is correct or not, or where I need to rectify myself, I need to know it. Inquiry point of view, gathering of information. Inquiry point of view, gathering of information. If you remember the methods to obtain audit evidence, this is the one of the way to get the informations. If you have that information, if you have that idea, why you will go for inquiry? Correct? So inquiry point of view, what we will get? Response. I don't know anything, what you will give, based on that I will conclude myself. Here I know something, but here I am not feeling the same. I have some doubt. Can you clarify that with your answer? That is the difference between inquiry and confirmation part. So here, inquiry and call for information. Information is wealth. Correct? Nowadays you can see, you are getting so many messages. whether the person may not be known to you also, you are getting some offers and something like that. Correct? Why? Especially, if you are opening any account, just check with that once. If you are opening any bank account in any of the government banks, within few days you are getting some different messages. The reason, in government banks point of view, they will sell the data to the outsiders. But private banks will maintain the confidentiality of information more. But government banks, if they are getting fund, means they are ready to sell any of the things. Even the properties of the concerned bank also we are ready to sell. But the private sector points of view, the security must be there. That's why only they are charging high maintenance charges than these fellows. The reason, the information they will give it to someone else. You also maybe get the things. Your bank PAN is not updated. In few days your account may be deactivated. So for activating and updating the things, we are sending this link from different numbers, you will get messages. So why? That is from the source or information they sold to some people. So then they are using some technology aspects and they try to robbery your particular money itself. So information, that is most important. Here, as an auditor, without having any information, I can't move forward as an auditor. Definitely what I required, information part. So to put such questions or make such observation as he may consider necessary to the person in charge of the office and to call for such information for the preparation of any account or report. Same point we will discuss so many situations. Sir, as an auditor, if you want to prepare any report, if you want to prepare anything, which is the information required for you, you may be collect that particular information from any person who belongs to that or the person who maybe belongs to the concerned entity to get the clarification, to get the information. That is, you have the power. Whether you can exercise it or not, that's your wish. So by observing, you got the information enough for you, you can continue your audit, you felt yourself, then go ahead. Suppose after that observation, you have some doubt, you require some clarity on that part. Suppose they are doing some physical verification. Observation is also one of the part of gathering evidences. Here I am not doing the physical verification, some another party is doing the physical verification. The procedure they followed have some doubt by me, then I am got the clarification. I required some clarification for that. Then I am asking the person. Then I am calling for information to whom? Who is responsible in charge for that maintenance? Who is the official responsible person? I maybe get the information. I call for that particular. I have the right whenever I require to prepare anything to conduct the audit which is required for the purpose of continuing audit. All the concerned information point of view I may be called for. I have that particular power. So next, sample check. Here somewhere, sample, less than 100% examination, or from among the different thing, picking up one thing and doing a thorough examination on that. That is the only part, sampling, but this is a little different. See, sample check. To dispense with any part of detailed audit of any account or class of transactions and apply such limited checks in related to such account or class of transaction as he may deem fit. This is the point we will explain somewhere in the standards, in auditing only, where account balances and transactions verification. Recently qualified. Howrah. Account balances, transactions and verification aspects. For our audit procedures, listen. Did you hear the word? There we will discuss about two things. Test of details and analytical review procedures. Test of details, what we will do? Ochingu verification. There what we will do? Get the balance of transaction, account balances individually as a whole. That is what we can call it as test of details. Yeah, Uttachinna? Now you will get it. If I ask any question, then only the problem will generate it. So, any part of detailed audit on what? Any one class of account. I am not going for full things examination. One account randomly I selected, I will do the examination. If I am not satisfied, if I am getting more doubts, then I may be extended the thing. If you remember, where test check may not be applied? Where test checking or sampling is not allowed to apply. How many marks you got in audit in intra? How many people got more than 60? One person. 12 paper number 12. Out of 50, how you can go 60 mark? I am asking completely. Paper number 12. How many people got more than 60? Ra? No one. Only you. అతను వాడలేరా మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు 60 దాటిని ఏంటి ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ ఎవరు అడుగుతాడు దారుణం రా ఇది వైఫ్ని పక్కన పెట్టుకొని వేరే దానికి సైట్ వేసినట్టు ఉండితే when we don't want to apply sampling or test checking అరే am I asking your girlfriend number ఇమాజినేషన్ వై ఇప్పుడు సెటరేట్ చేయాలి మేము మళ్ళీ సబ్జెక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ క్వరీస్ ఓన్లీ విల్ బి రిజాల్వ్డ్ హియర్ మా 33% రిజర్వేషన్ స్పీక్ అవుట్ వాళ్ళంటే అమాయకులు దెన్ వాట్ అబౌట్ యూ లాస్ట్ మేడం సార్ అసలు నన్ను పట్టించుకోవట్లేదు హీస్ నాట్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ ఓన్లీ సార్ ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్ హిమ్ ట్రై టు ఎవాల్యూట్ మై ఇంటర్నల్ నాలెడ్జ్ టాలెంట్ స్కిల్స్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ వీ వాంట్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ ద థింగ్స్ మ్యామ్ వెల్కమ్ మ్యామ్ టెస్ట్ చెకింగ్ ఆర్ శాంప్లింగ్ బోత్ ఆర్ సేమా ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ టెస్ట్ చెకింగ్ శాంప్లింగ్ బోత్ ఆర్ సేమా No. Okay. Which situation sampling may not be applied? No, madam. Idea on that? Do you have idea about that? Cheppandi. Now, first of all, sampling, test checking, both are same. What is the meaning of sampling or test? Less than 100% examination, that is sampling or test checking. Where your internal controls are not strong, there you can't apply sampling technique. చెప్పిన తర్వాత నేను అనుకున్నాను చెప్దాం అనుకున్నాను ఇవన్నీ వద్దు. Where your internal control systems are not strong, you can't go for sampling. Not only that, several are there because next chapter we are going to discuss internal control system. That's why I am linking with that. Okay. So which situation sampling may not be applied? Where internal controls are not strong, where we are not interested, that is different thing. But normally in a professionally, if you want to speak, where internal controls are weak, we can't apply test checking or sampling. Okay. So next, this is about the powers of C and AG itself. Just check once. I will share you this particular PDF. This is a summarized part of the entire except costing standards. The remaining all part will be covered. It may be around 117 pages around. The entire concept of cost and management audit, everything will cover except practical problems and costing standards. The remaining all part covered. But in between that, I told you, I maybe go for some running notes wherever required. Yeah. Just check with the points. Still, any people required any of the point clarity, let me know. Urkon sir, why we will get doubts here? While we are writing the examination part, we will get doubts. If you want to help at that point of time, we may be ask you. No, you can ask doubts freely only because you already paid your fees, I think so. So you are welcome to ask your doubts. Adhyaksha. Kag eligibilities and name levura. One thing, you have more than 15 years of experience, first of all. 1-5. అంతకు మించి ఎక్కువ బతకంలే. While because of that pressure, first of all. Because whenever if you are doing government audit, we feel that we are getting more funds. ఇవన్నీ రికార్డ్ అవ్వకూడదు. Just check with the concern things, then we will go for major components of go. I think so these words, audit against rules and orders, audit of sanctions, provisions of fund, audit of proprietary, audit of performance. Remember names. I am asking only names. I don't ask you any questions. Don't worry. Remember expenditure of government audit point of view. Starting we will discuss 5 side headings. What we wrote in that side heading, that is different. I am asking about the side headings of the first 5 points. Audit of rules against orders, audit of sanctions, audit of stock and stores, audit of proprietary, audit of performance. Yeah, my government audit, these are all points are there. Don't so much think and don't strain. Okay. Yeah, just check with all the points once. If one person send me hi in WhatsApp, then I will share the consent file. You can share to your friends later on. My number, that is the next question obviously. 8143 443454. 8143 443454. 54. Because why the fancy number means, whenever even though if client is in so tension, the number must be remember, because he need to call for us only. So I will give you so many realistic things. Then only the subject some extent will be more interesting in nature. If we discuss only the subjective way, sometime we may be felt a little bore towards the theory. Obviously theory means people will feel cheppu by chep. You need to do your duty. If we are interested, we will listen. Yeah, we will get this type of thing. That's why some interesting points, practical experiences, if we share, we can also do in future like this. There are several ways of earning money, but the only thing, you have conceptual clarity. Which provision, where to apply. If you have the command, then you can play with your client. But he may not be known you are playing the game. That's the most important. Hidden talent, that's why only I told hidden talent. My 830 ho మీరా నేమ్ మా చిత్ర చరిత అదే ఫస్ట్ వచ్చిందిరా అది ఐ డిడెంట్ ఓపెన్ ఐ డోంట్ నో దట్ ఈస్ హర్ నెంబర్ ఫస్ట్ ఐ ఓపెన్ దట్స్ వై అర్థమైంది మీ ఎక్సైట్మెంట్ 7799 దరిద్రులారా సబ్జెక్ట్లోనే స్పీడ్ లేరు అనుకున్నా దీంట్లో కూడా స్పీడ్ లేరా 83 యువా పిక్చర్ కనిపించింది నేమ్ రా అఖిల్ నాగార్జునకి నీకేం సంబంధం లేదా ఓకే మేడం యువర్ నెంబర్ సార్ నేమ్ ప్రియా ఎవరికి కాలేదుగా ఇప్పటికీ శివప్రియ